people with MS help with future research?
Yeah, I think there are certainly many aspects of that. Obviously, what research can only be done with the cooperation of the patients. And that means that every type of immunological, molecular, uh, biological research, but also neuropathological research actually requires the cooperation and the consent of the patients. And it has to be quite clear that if the researchers uh, don't get the material to research on, they cannot do research. And though, for instance, for pathology, uh, we can only do pathology research when we have access to the brain. And here, for instance, a very important initiative is the development of brain banks, for instance, in the UK, which is funded by the MS Society. But that is in many countries not very underdeveloped, and
Right, okay.
it could
And
go
would it
better.
help if patients gave extra samples of, say, CSF and things like that
No,
for research
absolutely.
purposes?
For instance, also one would also need more and more longitudinal studies, and that would mean that possibly also, for instance, not a single CSF tap, but repeated
Repeated over
CSF
time, yeah.
taps should be taken, and that can actually be done nowadays with a very dramatic way, with taking only very small volumes of cerebrospinal fluid with very little danger and side effects. But obviously, it is an invasive
Invasive.
procedure, and patients have to consent with that, and they have to know exactly what will be done and why this is important.